The journey started from Banqiao in Taipei. After getting our tickets, we made our way down to the platform to wait for the high-speed rail, 高铁, to come, which was very much on time. 非常准时. The views along the ride were worth the window seat. It took about 1.5 to 2 hours to get to Chiayi. When we finally arrived, it was about 80 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit, approximately 30 degrees Celsius, 大概30度左右. We headed down to the main station where all the ticket machines and shops are, and then outside to wait for the 7211 shuttle bus to take us to the old Chiayi train station, 旧的嘉义火车站, to get closer to the city center. From there, we walked to our hotel called Hai Xinning Dian. It was conveniently located and everything was fairly clean, 蛮干净的. They also have bikes for guests to get around the city. For dinner, we stopped by a noodle shop called 猪罗三色凉面. Chiayi is really known for its cold sesame noodles, adding a special twist to it, which is white vinegar mayonnaise. Everything was super delicious and only about $6 in total. Then we headed to Hu Douhua for dessert. We got douhua doujiang, which is tofu pudding with soy milk and some other toppings. Afterwards, we checked out the local night market in search for more food to eat. That wrapped up our first night in Chiayi City. The next morning, we stopped by a small bakery to get some egg tarts for breakfast near the old Chiayi train station, where we then waited for the bus to come to take us up to Alishan. You can use your yo-yo ka, which is a card primarily used for Taipei's public transportation. When you get off the bus, you scan it again, and the driver will give you a yellow stub that gets you a discount into the national forest. Remember to take the bus from the old Chiayi train station, which is the first stop, so you get seats on the 1 to 2 hour bus ride. Upon getting off the bus, you can see there are lockers to deposit your luggage while you visit the famous Alishan mountain. And you'll get a receipt, something like this, that grants you access into the park. And you'll walk along this route to get to all the stores and the visitor center as well. At the visitor center, here you'll find the gift shop, and they also have a Muslim prayer room, which I thought was very considerate. As you walk around, you'll also find a ticket booth where you can purchase tickets to ride the forest railway that gets you around the park. The red and cream colored trains that chug up the Alishan Mountains are 111 years old as of 2023. You have the option to ride these red trains around the park or choose to hike on the provided paths. Just to note, you'll have to purchase tickets at each station you get on and off. We got off at the Zhaoping station where we bought some souvenirs first before heading on to the poetry trail to start our hike to see the sister ponds.
Pausing workout.
After a while, it started to rain really hard, but this just sums up the character of Alishan at this time of year, which is early summer. They call this Mei Yu. After coming down the mountain, we stopped by one of the stores called 日出商店 for some tea. We got one of their oolong teas, which is also their high mountain tea, 高山茶, given the altitude of Alishan. It was just what we needed after being soaked in the rain. Then we went back to the lockers to retrieve our luggage before getting on the bus. Here you'll see a timetable of the buses, so you can plan accordingly. And we got on the bus to head to where we were staying for the night, which was a Plaza in the mountain. It is an Aboriginal homestay outside of Alishan, We actually didn't book at one of the 14 stays inside the mountain as we didn't know, so we had to take the bus from the mountain several stops to Fushan and then walk another 23 minutes or so to where we were staying. We were accompanied by the village's black Formosan mountain dog, which was so cute. After checking in, we were taken to our room. Everything was very, very clean. There's a lot of Aboriginal influence here. 非常非常干净，很多原住民的设计。The stay was very, very comfortable, 非常舒服。The water pressure in the bathroom was very strong. There's also a water machine in every room to refill your water bottle. You also have the option to eat hot pot for dinner, about $12 a person. In the morning, you have the opportunity to view the beautiful sunrise. There is a small path behind the homestay that will take you to the best view. You'll pass by some tea leaves and this small bridge, and after a short hike up some stairs, you'll reach this platform to get the best view of the sunrise. Be sure to get here early because there will be competition. We saw the 5:40 a.m. sunrise, which was absolutely mesmerizing. We then took the long way back to the homestay. There is a path you can continue hiking that will lead you to another platform where you can get additional views of the surrounding mountains. On the way back, which was about a 15-minute walk, you can browse through all the plants, fruits, and vegetables that the Aboriginal homestay grows themselves. There were papayas, pineapples, apples, bananas, lemons, and much, much more. After getting back to the homestay, we stopped by the cafeteria for some free breakfast. They had a lot of options available from Western to Eastern cuisine. After checking out, one of the owners was nice enough to drive us up to Fushan bus stop, which was where we got off yesterday. It took about 30 minutes to get to Alishan, where we spent a second day exploring. We also checked in our luggage again. The receipt that you get upon entering the park lasts 24 hours, so be sure to get a stamp as you leave the day before so you can use it the next day again. We got tickets for the Forest Railway again, and this time we got off at Shenmu. When you exit the Forest Railway station at Shenmu, you'll be greeted by this scenic waterfall designed like so for the purposes of gradual water flow. You can also catch the red train leaving the station as many people wait to do so in order to take photos. From the waterfall, you can head to the other side of the tracks and make your way to the first giant tree plank trail, 巨木群栈道. This will eventually lead you to the Ciyun Temple. You will come across this amazing scripture that will mark the beginning of the trail, where you will encounter 35 or so giant cypress trees. The plank trail is built around these 1,000-year-old trees that will manifest their aura, charm, and wisdom. Did you know that cypress trees only grow in North America, Japan, and Taiwan? That's a fun fact that really allows you to treasure the moments you experience here at Alishan. Towards the end of the plank trail on the way to the Ciyun Temple, you'll encounter a pagoda of the tree spirit. In 1934, the Japanese government had a tree spirit ceremony to comfort the souls of 77 loggers, all Japanese technicians and Taiwanese workers who died on the job. A year later, the pagoda was built to commemorate them as well as to placate the spirits of the 100,000 trees that have fallen over time. The circular layers of the base symbolize tree rings, each representing 500 years. Afterwards, you'll also come across the Shangling sacred tree here. And finally, the Ciyun Temple, where you can burn incense, say a little prayer, and show respect to the Buddha and other auspicious spirits. Around the temple, there is also a museum, Alishan, where you can unpack a lot of history about one of Taiwan's amazing treasures that is Alishan. You'll also come across some, if not all, of the 8 new wonders of Alishan. This Ciyun scene by the temple is one of the 8 new wonders, which actually has long been one of the top views of Taiwan. From the platform, you can view the sunset and a sea of clouds. Unfortunately, we didn't stay until sunset, but the glowing colors of the late afternoon echo the beauty and magnificence of the distant mountains. The waterfall near the Senmu Forest railway station at the beginning is also one of them. The giant cypress tree number 28 along the plank trail is another one. If you have the time and energy, definitely check out all of the wonders of Alishan. As we started to head back to the railway station, we also passed by the 3 generations trees. Around the trees, there's also an elephant trunk tree here. And then behind all the trees, you'll find the Shangling Bridge that will take you to another worship site here. And then also a little fun suspension bridge that leads you back to where you started. We got tickets for the red train to head back to the visitor center and exited the park to the bus station, where there's a 7-Eleven where you can eat some food while you wait for the bus. The bus took us to the old Chiayi train station. There are buses that take you straight to the high-speed rail station, but unfortunately we missed it, so we took the bus to the old train station and then from there took a taxi to get to the high-speed rail station, which took about 20 minutes and costed about $12. At the station, we bought our tickets for Taipei, and this concluded our 3-day, 2-night trip to Chiayi. It was definitely an adventure worth exploring.